So you want to get your license? I do. Yes.
All right, so getting your driver's license is
I thought you put the McLovin one. I'm not even gonna lie. That would have been peak if you put McLovin in there.
supposed to be like this big milestone in life.
My goat. Psych. Messi does not clear Ronaldo. Ever.
Right? Freedom, independence, all that stuff. But in reality, it's one of the most stressful and embarrassing processes you'll ever go through. Like, the government basically hands you a car and says, good luck, try not to kill anyone. And the way people hype it up makes it worse. Everyone's like, once you get your license, you can go anywhere.
Chat, who here has their license? Don't lie. Keep it a buck. Who has their license? Right now, who has their license? Right now, who has their license? I want to see how many of y'all actually can operate a car. Me. You off the bat are lying. You can't even drive a unicycle. Stop your cab. This is a difference.
You want. Bro, no, I can't. I still live with my parents. I got like $3 in my bank account, and gas is $5 a gallon. The only place I'm driving is straight back home. Not to mention, the whole process is designed to humble you.
What?
Like, you'll walk into the DMV...
Bro, it's a free experience.
...thinking you're ready for adulthood, and the second you step up to that counter, some 60-year-old lady with glasses down her nose just...
Accurate description of 93.67% of DMV workers.
Looks at you like, you're not built for this. And she's right, because 5 minutes later, you're out there stalling your car in front of a line of 30 people who all hate you now.
Now, let's have a car, you have a scooter? I drive my scooter better than you will ever drive your car. What does that say? It's not about the car, it's about the driver. Remember that.
So let's talk about what actually happens when you try to get your license.
First off,
you gotta get your learner's permit, which is basically the government saying, here's a piece of paper that lets you legally traumatize your parents in the passenger seat. Every drive turns into a hostage situation. Your mom's clutching the door handle like you're driving a fighter jet. Your dad's yelling, break...
Bro, Jet, has anybody here driven with their parents? Is the worst experience you'll ever meet. I mean, not me. Sorry. What am I saying? That like it's experience, like it's a girlfriend. Hey, experience. You trying to get in there? No. What I'm trying to say is basically, it's a horrifying experience because they're annoying as shit. They are really annoying.
Earlier every 5 seconds, and God forbid you miss a stop sign, suddenly you're the worst driver alive. And the crazy part is, your parents forget they drive like maniacs too. Like, they'll be yelling at you for not using your blinkers.
Oh, angry grandpa reactions. I remember him. R.I.P. R.I.P. man.
Cut across 3 lanes like they were in the new Fast and Furious movie. Plus, having a permit makes you a second-class citizen. You can't even drive alone. You need some random adult next to you at all times. Like, bro, if I'm old enough to control a...
Hold on. Realistically, if I'm driving in the permit seat, right? Like, I have a permit. I have to have an adult with me. If I crash, what are they going to do? Please don't crash. I'm still going to crash. I'm still about to... Bam! Like, the car's still going to get crashed. Realistically, what are they going to do? Tell it to please stop? See? I haven't legit said I crashed. See, I knew you crashed.
2-ton death machine on the freeway.
I knew.
Why do I still need my mom sitting there with a Diet Coke acting like she's my parole officer? Then there's driving school, where some random 40-year-old dude who looks like he's given up on life teaches you how to parallel park. The car always smells weird, like a mix of old coffee and regret, and they make you do the dumbest stuff, like a 3-point turn. Like, bro, I'm not driving a forklift. I just want to get the Taco Bell.
Okay.
First time trying the new Cheez-It Crunch Wrap. Let's see how it tastes.
And these instructors always have that dead behind the eyes look, like they've watched...
Do you know what the worst type of person is? And I'm gonna say what it is, and I don't care. I'm gonna say what it is, okay? Is going, when you're about to get your, driver's test, right? And you got to go there, and you got to go with not an instructor, the DMV like mandated guy that has to like see, okay, you're good enough to get a license, there you go. And the second you say hi, they're like, they don't even say hi to you. They don't acknowledge your existence. To them, you are a pebble. To them, you are a rock, and tiny insignificance. They have so much power to say, no, you are not a good driver. And and guess what? The only time they have that power is when they're in the DMV. So they'll pick up 800 shifts a day to have that power. Because when they leave there, they have no power. It's like a bouncer. A bouncer only feels tough when he's working. Because then nobody cares about him outside in the real world. He's a bouncer. Yep. He can get you in the club. After the club, hey, just Joe. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Now, we don't hang out with you, Joe. Peace out, man. That's how it is.
Thousands of teenagers almost plow into a mailbox.
No, you
and
can't,
now
Gojo.
nothing
No, you
excites
cannot.
them anymore.
You can never do that.
You could literally crash into a fire hydrant and they just write it down like, yep, -5 points. Don't do that again. They also purposely take you on the worst possible roads. Like, bro, I live in the suburbs. Why are you making me merge onto the freeway in the middle of rush hour? I just learned where the headlights
Yep.
are. I'm not ready to
No,
battle
you can't,
semis
bro.
going 80. And for some reason, they love parking drills. Parallel park between these two cones back into this
Okay.
imaginary spot. Like, one of my
Okay, but realistically, that's easy. That's really easy.
ever going to use
That's
this.
really easy.
Nobody in
Everybody does
history
that.
has ever said, oh, sorry, guys, I can't come out tonight. I really failed my 3-point turn. Plus, the silence is brutal. You're in a car with this stranger, and the whole time you're trying to impress him like it's a date you didn't agree to. You flick the blinker on 2
True.
streets early, and so he notices, like, see, I'm responsible. Meanwhile, he's staring out the window, sighing, writing hieroglyphics on his clipboard, 0 validation.
Damn.
Now comes the actual road test.
on.
Easily the most stressful 15 minutes of your life. You've been practicing for months, but the second that instructor sits in the passenger seat, your brain forgets how cars even work. Like, I'll be gripping
Not gonna lie to you, that is accurate. That is low-key accurate.
the wheel so hard you think I'm landing a plane. And the instructors never help either. They just sit there in complete silence, scribbling on their little clipboard like they're writing your obituary. You could literally save a baby duck crossing the road and they'd still be like, you didn't check the
stopped
mirrors
early.
enough. Automatic fail. The worst part is they never tell you how you're doing during the test. Like, you're just sweating bullets thinking, okay, I nailed that stop sign, right? That was clean. Meanwhile, the guy is just clicking his pen like he's deciding if you deserve human rights. And parallel parking, that's the final boss. You could drive perfectly
Yes, he is right.
the entire test, but if you so much as touch the curb, they act like you just committed a felony. Like, bro, half the adults out here park like absolute garbage. Why is this a standard? And if you fail, oh, that's the walk of shame. Nothing hurts more than walking out of the DMV while some 16-year-old behind you is celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl. You gotta call your
Okay, yeah, Loki call, and then he's gonna say you gotta call your parents, say you failed. I know.
parents like, yeah, so
I know,
we're gonna be
I've
Ubering
heard it
for a
all.
few more weeks. And the
I've heard it
retest,
all.
way worse, because now the instructor already knows you're trash. They sit down like, oh, it's you again. And suddenly every tiny mistake is magnified. Forgot your blinker? Fail. Roll
Yo, K Gaming, thank you for the right. I appreciate you, Gangy. Yeah, this is a universal. This is a universal experience at this point. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
half an inch over the line? Fail. Blink too aggressively? Fail.
Chat, do you guys think there's a lot of horrible drivers in the world in general? I say this, right? I'm gonna say this. I think realistically, 2 out of 4 drivers should not have their license. 2 out of 4 drivers, right, should not have their license because they are genuinely horrible at driving. I don't care. I said it. What's good, K Gaming?
It really feels like a driving test is more like some government-sanctioned hazing ritual. Like,
'Cause it
congrats, you
is!
survived high school. Now let's see if you can survive me quietly judging you for 15 minutes straight. And if you do pass, congrats. Now you get to join the most chaotic experience of all, driving with your friends. Because the second you pick them up, they act like your car is a party bus. Someone's fighting for the aux, somebody else...
Okay. But that's so why am I talking like that? Sorry. But that's mandatory though. Is that not mandatory? If your friends are not in a car, being loud, being obnoxious, blasting music, and hitting you while you're driving, those are not your friends. I'm not gonna lie, I've witnessed my friend drive and then get hit with a right hook of doom. And I said, damn, why'd you do that? He said, damn, it looks like he was nodding off. I'm like, out of them the same. You're right. See, it's like, what if you don't have friends? Well, I know you don't have friends, so I don't know.
Is hanging halfway through the window, and there's always that one friend in the back spilling Taco Bell all over your seats like it's their own personal trash can. Suddenly you're not the cool guy with the car, you're the unpaid Uber driver. Every text is just, bro, can you pick me up? We need a ride. Like, damn, I didn't get this license so I could chauffeur half the school. I just wanted to get a McFlurry without adult supervision. Then comes the gas money argument. Every group has that one guy who never pays. You could drive them across.
Listen. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta stop making that your whole fucking personality. Okay, you gotta have some other things to talk about. You gotta have like tell me about your friends, not what their fucking gender is or what their parents are. What you. Namaste, Zen. I am humble. I am myself. Okay.
The entire state, drop them off at their front door, and they'll hit you with, bro, I'll get you next time. Spoiler, there is no next time.
So you don't support. I actually might ban him for that. I'm not even gonna lie. I actually might ban him for that. You are a fucking retard.
This man hasn't seen a gas pump in his life. And the thing about being first in your group with the license is suddenly you're everybody's servant. Like, you're not their friend anymore, you're their taxi. Midnight trips to Taco Bell, guess you're driving. Someone's crush lives 20 minutes away, you're driving. Someone wants to just cruise, guess what? You're driving. Meanwhile, your tank's on empty and you're praying your parents don't notice you burned through half a paycheck in gas.
What did they do? Maybe they were being annoying. And I said, tell me about your friend group. Not what their fucking pronouns and gender are. Are you fucking dumb? The clip before was you, Ram? What do you mean the clip before me?
Money. And late night drives are their own horror movie. Everyone's laughing, music's blasting, but the second you get pulled over, all your so-called friends just turn into lawyers in the backseat whispering advice. Bro, don't admit anything. Just tell him you're speeding because your grandma's sick. Like, shut up, man. You're the reason I missed the stop sign in the first place. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Once the hype dies down, you realize that driving kind of sucks. Like,
Nope. Just 'cause he said that. No. Hold on. I got something for you. Stay right there. I got something for you. Stay right there. You talking to driving sucks. The fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you? Driving sucks. You fucking lunatic. The fuck dare you say some dumb shit like that? The fuck is wrong with you? Sorry.
Yeah, you've got the freedom, but now you also are stuck dealing with the absolute worst people on the road. You've got the guy who thinks turn signals are optional. I
apologize for kicking you. I thought you were about to say something different. I apologize. That was a grave error on my end. I will humbly apologize. I didn't. You are correct about that. There are some terrible drivers in the world, including such one as myself. So I will take that back. My apologies for kicking you again. I am sorry.
The lady going 20 in the fast lane, and of course, the dude in the lifted truck who takes it personally if you merge in front of him. And don't even get me started on traffic. Like, nothing humble.
Hold on, let me try that. Let me try that. What do you do?
Merge in front of him. And don't even get me started on traffic.
I'm gonna try that. So it is this, right? It goes like, okay. You will fear me! Oh, I think I broke it. Oh, that was fire. Hold on. That was Loki fire. You will fear me! Okay.
Like, nothing humbles you faster than sitting bumper to bumper for 40 minutes to go 3 miles. You're sitting there like, wow, I really begged the DMV for this privilege. Parking lots are war zones. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean you feel abused? You should be.
If it's Walmart cup.
No. I mean, like, you should be feeling abused because I'm breaking my camera. Not you should be. Oh my god. No, I was gonna say, oh my god. No!
Costco or some random strip mall. People will straight up cut across 10 spaces diagonally just to beat you by 5 seconds.
Okay,
and there's always that one psychopath who backs into every spot like they're rehearsing for NASCAR pit crew tryouts. Once you get sick of borrowing your parents' minivan, reality hits. You gotta buy your own car, which sounds awesome until you realize every option is either insanely expensive or complete garbage. Like, it's either a brand new car that costs more than your entire net worth or a
Listen. I'll be honest, you never buy a new car, and let me explain why you never buy a new car. It's never worth it to buy a new car. It's never worth it. You just say you pay $40,000 for it, right? And then you finally pay it off after 5 years. It's worth $15,000 now. Cars only depreciate. They never appreciate unless you have a collector's item. That's different, which none of you can afford a collector's item. Let's be honest. You're all fucking poor. It's okay, though. So, that was a random strike. My bad. But, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you have, yeah. Buy used cars.
2003 Honda Civic with 280,000 miles and a quirky rattling noise that definitely means the engine's about to explode. And the sellers always act like it's a hidden gem, like, oh yeah, it runs great. Just don't roll down the windows or touch the AC, and make sure you keep a jug of coolant in the trunk at all.
How do I get to my job without a car? I don't know. Walk? Oh my god! New fear updated! Walking! Walk to your job.
times. Bro, that is not a car. That's a time bomb on wheels. Insurance? Forget about it. The government basically looks at you, a 17-year-old, and says, yeah, you're definitely crashing within the first 6 months.
Oh, is this a turn right here? Shoot. Crap. Everyone hang on. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you so much. I'm so sorry.
They charge you like $400 a month for the privilege of driving a...
I'm not walking 10 miles, buddy. Hey, back in my day, which was a few years ago, I walked 35 miles. I'm going to say this one more time. I walked 35 miles to work every day, back and forth. You can't do what I do. When I was 18, I was walking 35 miles. Can you do that? Nah. I was David Goggins before David Goggins was him. When I walked, I discovered a new light called hope. I walked so much. Eventually, walking became a hobby. I started walking to work when I didn't even have work. That's the difference between you and me. I do something I hate until I love it. Who gonna carry the boats? Kid Rame is.
Car that barely starts. And when you do finally buy one, it's not freedom. It's another money pit. Oil changes, tires, random lights popping up on the dashboard. It's like you're playing whack-a-mole. You think you're buying an independence, but in reality, you're just signing up for permanent debt. So yeah, getting your license is hyped up like it's the key to freedom, but it's really just the start of a whole new headache. First, you try...
But what's the alternative? Is like you walking everywhere, you Ubering everywhere. If you Uber everywhere, it would be like you buying a car in 1 year, realistically. It is what it is. Ubers are expensive.
Traumatize your parents, then some guy in a polo shirt makes you parallel park, then you get judged by a DMV executioner with a clipboard, and eventually you go broke from gas, insurance, and your friends mooching rides. So yeah, getting your license is just your first subscription plan to adulthood, and trust me, there's no cancel button. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
Well, there's a cancel button. You just crash your car 130 miles. No, I'm kidding. Oh, in-game. I was just saying to the phone, You know what I'm saying? And Ram said not to use a car or something, okay? You said you don't have a car. When I was 18, I let her shit on my chest. That's a first message. Congratulations. Me too.
All my videos are on Spotify early.
What are you talking about?
If you want to go check that out. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.
Peace! Alright, YouTube, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, this feels like 2016 YouTube. No, this is not no underground. No, I'm not Bajit, okay? Comment down. Also, go to the Twitch link in the bio. I'll see y'all there. I'm live every day. Bye-bye.